So, and this is On the Go Wizz. So our new thing. So you can use it to take to classes. Now we can go out and about a bit more, or hopefully we can still go out and about a bit more.
Yes.
And also it's quite useful as your desk tidy as well. So you stick it on your desk and you can reach all your bits and pieces that you need all the time. So your knives, your pokey tool, a brush, a blender, my new favourite toy, which is the marker. And other bits and pieces, blenders you can get on here. You can get
ink pads.
You get 3 drawers with it. I've only put. Oops, we go around that side. I've only put 2 in because I've used one as a shelf. You can get 6 ink pads in, either distress ones or Versafine Claire or something similar to that. And you can get 9 mini ink pads in there as well. You've got some little dinky shells in there that I've used for some cut and dry. You've got somewhere to put your glue, hand sanitizer, scissors, pearl drop things, other pens. So you've got pens. If you've got pens that you don't have to lay down, you can stick them in here and go flat, and other bits and pieces. So
what have you forgotten that you can put on a magnetic sheet?
Oh, and our dies. Yes, our dies. So you can, I've wedged it in there. You come with some die storage, so you can put our dies on there. So you've got your ones that you use all the time, so these are tabs. So the ones you use all the time, you can just put in here and they just slot in like that. So
you get 2 of those, don't you?
You get 2 of those, so obviously my mag pop strip is on one side.
And you could actually put individual magnets on the other side if you wanted.
You could do, yeah, and I've put some of my magnets, I've got into pots and I've just put that on my little shelf. So, which just came out, which was there. Okay, so that is, so you can take that with you, and Helen has designed call it a cover to go around top. So when you want to take it out on the go, you put a cover around the outside and there's a bag to put it in, and that will be on the website too soon.
It'll just be the pattern, won't it? I think we're doing.
Yes, with pattern only, yes, because she's making me do some sewing. So we're going to put it together. So it comes with obviously full instructions and a layout sheet. Is that the right way around? Layout sheet. And with what I've called everything on there, which I'm hoping I'm going to keep the same for the video. All right, so you don't get too confused. And there are a lot of pieces in here, but it is quite simple to put together. Okay, it's quite a logical thing to do. Okay, so it's an inky so obviously it's got, oops, not that one. Something I've used for something else. But you get a base and a Lazy Susan, and you get your 2 little bits in the middle like that. So that's what it starts off with, and the video to put this together will be at the end of this video. It's exactly the same for all our Inky Wizzes. Okay, so I've just put that together. So it's got this in a barrel. We do it like a toast rack to put it together. So you end up with, you've got 2 shelves like that, and you'll notice they've got a little T on them. Make sure you have the T facing you. I'll put it like that. It's easy.
No, too late now. I've zoomed in. Go back. Okay, right. I'm zooming out again.
Okay, so you've got your T there. So you want those facing you. So T for top there. And this one's got T for top as well. This one doesn't matter. That's fine. You put it either way round. And then your very, very top shelf is that one. And then you've got lots of supports going through. So if we do it in the same logical order, you put it in. It's on the instructions, and it is, honestly, it's more simple than it looks. Honest gov. Okay, so this one, like all our Inky Wizzes, you have your, what do we call these? Our locking panels. Okay, and you slot them in. So I'm going to do it facing me because it's a lot easier for me, and then I'll just turn it around when I've done it. Okay, so you put that one in. Oops, I'm trying to rush. I shouldn't do.
I have to say, I put this together without instructions or a layout sheet, and I managed it first time. So
is that easy?
That's how easy it is. After my struggle with the train chair.
If you put any of our Inky Wizzes together before, then it's the same thing. So you got your toastery rack thing. Okay, so upright like that, and then your T's on both shelves
facing the same way.
Facing the same way. Okay, and then we just slot these in, do opposites. And these just slot in like that. If they're a little bit loose, just put just a drop of glue on there just to keep them in place.
But they need to push right in, don't they?
They need to be right in, yeah. So So you just slot those through, and you just need to be careful on the edges of these. So on these bits here, once they're slotted in, they're quite firm, but you just need to be careful that you don't break those pieces off here. Can you see that all right?
Yes, so you need to be gentle with
gentle
those.
with that. So I've given you a little bit more room than we normally have, so hence the reason why you might want a little bit of glue. Because they're quite, they can be a little bit fragile until you've put them together. Once you put them together, it's quite robust. Okay, and that fits in like that. That fits in like that. And the final two, so you've got 12 of these just to slot in. So if you find that they're, just gently ease it in, don't force it. You can move this around actually. If they start falling out, put some glue on, but they should be fine. And then just move that around. That's it, so you just whip it in. Okay, so you got to that point. Okay, so that's your top. So that's the top of it. And you attach it to this. So we just turn it upside down. Make sure these are all in. Get my glue, which I'll put in my on the go, obviously. And
Right, okay, you've got the T's facing up there. Is that what you want?
No, this is upside down.
Right.
I've just said that that's the T's facing, that's the top. I've now turned it upside down because I'm going to put the glue on it.
Sorry, it's because the T's cut through, hasn't it?
Yes, and yours will be etched.
Yeah, so you won't see that T,
No.
so that's fine. That's all right, I was just checking. Oh, they're very noisy.
It is. If it has cut through, I've changed it so it isn't. So.
This is the woodpecker technique.
Yeah, so you don't put too much glue on. Okay, so I'm going to put these in. So they slot into like that.
What are those called there?
And these are called something really exciting, like top. No, they're not called that. They're called a supporting shirt. No, centre supporting struts.
Okay.
Because they've got a little notch in the front. There's two of them, and they've got the notch in them like that. Okay, so I lift this up. Then what I tend to do is I push these forward so they are proud of these ones here. Okay, and I can offer this thing up. Oops. And then they slot into those slots here.
Okay, so just do it as you're comfortable, and then you can show us.
I think they're in. Okay, can you see that? And
Yeah.
that one's not in.
That one's not in.
That's it. It isn't.
Okay,
in.
right. So.
Okay, can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. And then make sure that all these are squidged in. They're in position, so they're nice and straight. Okay, and then you put your support struts, which is the other one. So these are the 3 of these, and they're without a notch, and they fit in like that.
Do you need to put any glue on, Kay? Or
And not at this point. You don't have to put anything. You can do. You can put a little bit of glue on the bottom if you want to. Okay, and then you want your next shelf, which has got a T on it again as well, so which means to say it needs to be at the top. And then you're going to put glue all the way around on these bits. So back to the woodpecker technique.
So it's on all the flat bits
Yeah,
facing
for
up.
the centre ones, you want to put them just on the sides. And then the other support struts just on the sides.
Okay.
You need at least one side. You can do both sides if you want to. Okay, and back to woodpecker. Not very quiet.
It has.
It's because she's drinking tea.
I am. I'm mesmerised by the woodpecker.
And then we put our tea on. So you've got your tea at the front there. Okay, and that's going to correspond to these pieces here, so it would be like that.
So you're matching the triangles?
Yeah, matching the triangles, and then we're going to put it together so it all fits in. So they should all slot into again like that. These slot into place. You'll know when it's in because it'll just. That's it. That's in. There you go. Oh, okay. That's what I was waiting for.
Right,
And you
that
know
one need pushing in, that one at the side.
Yeah, hold on a minute. So you need to put that. So they're all flush. Okay, and then before the glue dries, just to make sure all these fit in. So just go around to make sure they're all pushed in, which they are. There we go, and the ball foot is nice and flush.
That
Okay.
one's not pushed in.
Which one?
This one. You can see glue on the top.
Oh, that one. Right, okay, so just, we'll take the glue off. It's a glue, it's a glue that was the problem.
No, I was just checking.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, just take the extra glue off.
Yeah.
That's fine. That was the glue that you could see. Right, okay.
Perfect.
And that fits in like that. Okay, so then we're doing the next shelf up. So you need these ones, which are called your 4th shelf support, because that's your 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to put it on the 4th shelf, and they're going to fit in like that.
I'm so glad I didn't do these instructions and we made Sam do it with you.
Yeah, so am I. So I am really, yeah, so am I, to be honest.
Wizz is very patient.
Okay, so you just put those in. Okay, so you've got those for the support, and you also need to put in these ones here, which I've called, what have I called these? 4th shelf uprights. So they fit in that piece there. So they just glue in like that. And I found it easier to put them at this point. So glue it like that, and then fit those into there like that. I'm not taking the excess glue off at the moment, but you can do if you want to. So put that there. Okay, so you've got that, and then you're going to put this shelf on, and this shelf is going to go over on this side like that, so it's going to go through, rest on those, which will rest on these bits here, and then it would line up with those, which one's that, sorry, these ones here, so that little triangle of things there, so it'll fit like that.
And you don't need to worry about tea.
No, you don't know on this one. So just put that once. So I think that's enough glue. Well, I'm going to stand up and do this because it's easier. So I'm going to fit on that. So I tend to line this one up and then just move these around so it fits in. So that one's in, that one's in. This one's just been a pain. So yeah, it has been a pain. There you go. Is that in? It has just been a pain. Hold on, I'll put that one. That fits in like that, so it's straight. That's it, that's in. It didn't click, that's all. So that's flat, that's flat, that's flat, and they're supported like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for the click and it didn't happen, so sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, so it didn't, so everything's flush. So once you're flush and you're happy, we can carry on to the next one. So the next one is going to be putting the top shelf on, which fits in over like that, okay? So we're going to put in this piece here, which I've called something wildly exciting, which is going to be called top shelf support with top rail. That's a top rail, okay, that's top support. So that goes in. Okay, obviously you get the instructions, so it fits in there like that. And then we put this one in, which is called something top shelf support. So that's one in. This one's just going to rest on top. It's not going to slot into anything.
Okay. While you're doing that, Kay, I'm just going to straighten that one because it's come out on the edge there. That's it.
Okay, like that. So they're all straight now.
Yeah.
Okay. So that goes on like that. And then you want to put these two pieces. These are shelf supports as well. Okay, and they fit in onto there like that. So you've got that bit faces outwards. And I've called those top shelf supports again. So they're all shut. So they just sit in
Basically, they've all got the same sort of end, really, haven't they?
Yeah, so it fits in like that. Okay, and then just put lots of glue in the shelf. So put there, a tiny bit of glue on that in there bit, and that bit there. And okay, so this one here fits over the top like that. So these fits through. So these fit through here. So there might be a bit on the tight side. Don't want it too loose, and it fits on like that. That rests on top like that, but these two fit in. So you just need to wiggle them around so they actually fit in like that. Okay, so that is a hole there. I'm going to put something in a minute. Okay, so that lines up like that. I'll put glue on it. You'll see. So that makes sense.
Yep.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got this one, which is, what have I called this one? Can't find it actually.
Looks like a bowler
Top.
hat.
Yeah, it looks like, the one that looks like a bowler hat basically. This one is a top rail, and that fits in like that. So it means that you can put something in here and it's not going to fall out.
And what fits in there, Kay?
Oh, what fits it? What actually?
Who knew? And our Teflon tool, yeah.
And the Teflon tool. So it's just that fits in there like that. And this bit here, to give it more robustness. Is that a word?
Yes. Strength.
Strength is I'll put that. So you another piece there, stick that on top, and it just gives this more support and strength. And stick that on top. Oops. And that fits like that. Okay, so you just wait for that lot to dry. Okay, and that is your inky on the go Wizz. And then for these pieces here, they slot in like that. And what you get is you get a A6 piece of magnetic tape, and you cut that out, and you can put that on each one to support a magnet. So I'm going to find a magnet to support. So on there, and that will fit in. So there's enough for 4 sides, so you can get plenty of little magnets on there. So there's little magnets, like mag pops and little things you use, or tag tops and things like that you use all the time, or your individual magnets you can put on there as well.
And you also get 3 drawers, don't you?
Yeah, you get these 3 drawers. Oh yes, you always get these 3 drawers. Which put in there. So you got your 3 drawers, and well, I'll put those in.
Mm-hmm.
So you put the 3 drawers in. Oh, sorry, that one's painted, but I'm going to put the drawers. And the drawers are very simple to put together. Okay, so we're going to put the drawers together because we found some. so I've done 2. So you just put your drawers together, and they're dead easy to do. So you just lay it out. So you've got your base of it. You have your front bit, so you can get your finger hole in it, and then you've got your sides and your back. So what I find easiest to do is lay it out like that, and just put glue along the inside bits, and just put those bits down. Same on the other side.
Do you want to leave it? Oh yeah, sorry. Now shut up.
What were you going to say?
No, it's alright, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's completely irrelevant. I thought you'd put glue on the side bits. I thought, oh, I should put the glue face down on the mat. But you hadn't.
Right, okay.
It's near lunchtime.
It is nearly lunchtime, isn't it? Okay, that fits in there, and then just put a bit of glue on that bit. And that one. Okay, they're all square, so it doesn't matter which way around this goes. So, and then you just put these together. So these fit in there like that. And the back one fits in, get it the right way round, like that. And that slots in like that. And then put the front piece on. And it's messing around. There you go. So you've got your little drawer. So just make sure everything's nice and square. You can leave it to go and set them. So just take any excess off if you want to. So that is your little drawer. So when you've got 3 of those, and they go into your inky Wizz. Oops. Like so. There we go. And then you've got lots of storage.
Perfect.
Okay, I'll probably put mine in the front, but that's where it doesn't matter too much. Okay, and then that's your little on the go. Hi, it's Kay here. I'm in front of the camera and Maggie's behind. And we're going to put together our Lazy Susan piece. So we've got our Lazy Susan mechanism and we have our two bases. And we have the top base and the lower base. And the lower base is the one with a hole in it. So I'm just going to put my Lazy Susan on here. And we're just going to screw it into the pre-cut holes. So I can just find those and then screw them in. When we put these together, I tend to find that this bit's okay, but if you want to do for the next part, is a magnetic screwdriver. It's really helpful if you've got one. If you haven't, you can use a little bit of sticky stuff and stick it on the end of the screwdriver just to hold the screw in place. But anyway, we put these in. So it's a little bit like watching paint dry, I'm afraid, but we'll get there. Oops.
I'm a bit wobbly.
It's a bit wobbly.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's interactive.
Is it? So are you going to be applying for a job as a camera operative anytime soon, Maggie?
Oh, no, I don't think so. It's quite fun though.
Yeah, that's probably the swearing.
Don't tell everyone that.
No, we've done that. There we go. And so what you're going to find is that you've got this onto your base, and you're going to use this as your access hole, and so you can line everything up. So can you see that? Is that lined up? Can you see that? If I put the holes out together.
Come towards me.
There we go, like that.
Perfect.
Okay, so that's your access hole. So those pieces are going to fit into your base. So you want those four corners on here. What I tend to do is I line it up, and then I'll get my head out of the way so you can see.
Not in the way.
Oh, isn't it? Okay, that's cool. Right, sometimes I find it easy to stand up and do this, so that's what I will do. There we go. So that's lined up there, and I'll put my screwdriver in, and then I must make sure it's even all the way round, and it tends to line it up properly at that point, and I'll just move it across. So I'm in there the hole. So what I'll do, if I lift that up, can you see that, Maggie?
Yeah.
And I'll just move that across.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you just put your screws in. If you don't move it after that point, that was showing it. So I'll just put that back again. So I'll just put that back again. That, and just even it up. I've got your screws in place, and I'll just screw it into place. I'm changing that to a magnetic screwdriver.
This is the hardest bit, really, isn't it?
It's well, once you've lined it up, you've got your first screw in there. You're fine. So and then you just go around. Just do it. Just to be tight on that, finger tight. You don't need to be any tighter than that, because the holes are pre-drilled for you. That doesn't help. That's not very helpful, is it? I'm going to go around to another one, and I'll move that one out of the way.
And the Lazy Susans take quite a substantial weight, don't they?
Yeah, according to the blurb we have, about is 90 pounds of weights directly onto them. Let's move that across. Let's find that one I lost. And just move around. Oops. And just screw them on. As simple as that. So it's a bit small, but it's a magnetic. I'll put the bigger one on there because it's easier to screw in. But that one's not magnetic. last one. So I'll just position this one in. That's the hole. And that's your Lazy Susan done. So I think I made it look a bit more clumsy than necessary, but that's as simple. It's quite simple. It looks more complicated than it actually is, but it is a quite simple process. And that is your Lazy Susan, and that's your base ready to go for your next part.